Hi you guys, it's Lisa Starr with my thought of the day, and I am calling you. I am recording this so that I could tell you the story of my doctor visit today. I got surgery 2 weeks ago for my deviated septum, and since then I've been having like periodic moments where I can breathe like super well, but you know, like in between moments where like my nose was having a period, right? And it was gross. And so that happened for the last 2 weeks, and then I went to see the doctor today, and basically he was like, all right, let's look up your nose. He was like, do you want to see? I was like, sure. So he faced me towards the camera, and he took out this like crazy hook-shaped tool, and and he was like, I'm gonna put this up your nose, but it's not gonna hurt. And I was like, oh yeah, I don't care. And he's like, oh yeah, you're tough. Yeah, I know. Because I'm always like, oh my God, I'm usually in so much pain that none of the shit that you think that you're going to do is going to bother me even a little bit. But so, yeah, so he took out this giant, like thin hook shaped thing. And and then he started sticking it up my nose, and there was a camera that was following the hook shaped thing. So I was watching the inside of my nose on the screen in front of me. And, the inside of my nose is full of black, like I have all over my body, like black hair, right? Like that's my deal, is like I'm super hairy anyway. But I had this moment where I was super embarrassed that I was like, didn't shave the inside of my nose for my doctor. And then I was like, oh my God, as a woman, I am so trained to be embarrassed by any hair that a man sees of mine that I want to apologize for having hair on the inside of my nose, where I'm pretty sure that it like actually has a job to do, and like you're not supposed to shave it. And so I did not do that. But anyway, basically I had a deviated septum, which means that I think your nostrils are supposed to connect to the top, and like there's like a big hole passageway between the two of them, and I didn't have one. Mine had grown in between. So he had taken out, so he'd knocked a hole on the inside of my nose. So he used this like hook thing, and there were some giant boogers stuck in the hole he'd made on the inside of my nose. So he was taking me on a tour of my the hairy inside of my nostril and pulling boogers out of like I said, a hole he just punched in my nose 2 weeks before. And I found it totally fascinating, but I found it even more fascinating that I was so embarrassed that it was like hairy booger time for us. Because society has trained me that well. And even me, like I haven't shaved my underarms. I haven't shaved my my armpits. Like I think I lost a bet in like 2002, and so I had to shave it because my old boyfriend and I were fucking, and he bet me something and I lost, and so I had to shave, and because he thought it was funny to make me, because everybody thought it was funny to make me, because in California there's a lot of shame around not shaving. But I've like I think I shave my legs like once a winter sometimes, like just because otherwise my hair will like hurt because it'll get stuck in my tights. It's so long. I think about brushing it, and I find it kind of like reassuring now. But I just kind of leaned into just being a little bit furry, you know? And I do like guys who are furrier than me. I kind of like bears anyway. And I'm kind of a lady bear, I guess, is what I think of myself as. Anyway, so even me, like who literally hasn't shaved in the last decade, like on purpose. And I've never, I trim my my pubic hair sometimes, but I have not. I tried shaving it maybe once or twice. Like that's just not my deal. Everything is just long and flowing, and still I felt like I should totally apologize for the inside of my fucking nose. This dude went to medical school so that he could look at the inside of people's noses for the rest of his adult life and think about the inside of people's noses and talk about the inside of people's noses and punch holes on the inside of people's noses. Like, this dude signed up for for nose hair staring at. And still, I felt like I should apologize to him because a lady wouldn't have hair there. I don't understand. Like, it's cilia. It's like literally like then your nose hair is like doing a job where it's like screening out like bad particulates so that they don't get in your lungs. And still, I felt like I should have like shaved for him or something. Anyway, just wanted to expose this dumb part of my brain and just let you know that any insecurities that you have that are like making their way around your noggin that don't really belong there, like, it doesn't matter how confident you are. I am pretty sure that I'm amazing and people should follow me all the time, and I record everything I do because everything I do is awesome. I may not always be able to publish it or produce it because I can't edit everything because I hate editing. But honestly, I do record kind of everything I do because I think I'm a fascinating person, you guys. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I still, even with my fantastically huge self-esteem, have these moments where I'm like super embarrassed because I'm an actual person instead of just like a fake idea of a woman. Instead of yeah. So I just want to record this moment of my insanity. Thank you for listening to Alisa Star's Thought of the Day. And remember, if you like this Alisa Star's Thought of the Day, a little spaz out that I just had, and you want to subscribe, you totally can. You can also stalk me online at patreon.com/snarkyworld, or you can download the Snarky World app at the Google Play Store, and you can get a lot of my snarky cards that way. Snarky cards are brutally honest greeting cards, and today's snarky card is the card that my I like to give cards away to all of the essential workers I know, since grocery shopping is kind of my only real activity anyway these days outside. So one of my favorite grocery workers, they were like, oh yeah, my partner really enjoyed it, and it was the one that said, "Dear Blank, I want to slurp your goodness until you try to break my face with your thighs. Sincerely, Blank." And it totally got them laid, and I was really stoked about it because that's what my cards are supposed to do. They're supposed to totally get you laid. That's what my words are supposed to do. They're totally, usually, supposed to make you super horny. I know this podcast was basically just about the inside of my nose, and so it didn't do that. But I'm telling you, the rest of my art totally does. Anyway, thank you for listening.
Alisa Star, Alisa Star, loudmouth, breathtaking, so bizarre.